Welcome to Monday night, everyone, and to the Davis's kitchen. I'm Nikki.
I'm Chili.
We're still the Davises.
We are.
We're always going to be the Davises.
Well,
'Cause
tell
I'm not changing my name.
truth.
Don't know what to tell you.
I'm not either.
You sure?
Positive.
Okay.
Yeah, never gonna change it. Came into this world with it, leaving with it.
Well, I did not come into this world with it, but
No, you
somehow
found me.
I found you
You
like
found me.
right into you.
That's right. I think it
Um,
was more like me and
we aren't even 30 seconds in, and you're already being ornery. This
not
is,
ornery at all.
are we NC-17 tonight?
No,
No? Okay.
no,
All
no,
right.
no. You can read into that however you want to read into that. I was just being nice and
Oh my
honest.
gosh.
Oh, you weren't into me. Ick.
Oh my Lord. Okay, we're just gonna keep right on moving along. So I have this new cookbook. No, in all honesty, we took a bit of a weekend trek over to
St. Charles,
St. Charles,
New
Missouri,
Florence,
hmm
and Herman.
and Herman.
Two
So
A's.
two N's in Herman,
I don't know why. I got an extra one.
German Herman, because Herman was Herman's last name, and it was two N's
Why? Still why two ends?
because it's German Herman.
Oh, okay.
I, it just is.
Okay.
There were lots of two N's anyway.
All right.
Yeah. So,
There's not
um,
two K's in
so
Nikki.
it, because my mother didn't want there to be two K's in Nikki.
That's fine.
Trust me, I tried. I
That's
got
okay.
yelled at in the fifth grade for putting two K's in my name.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So anyway,
Shame.
so we spent the weekend bouncing around Missouri's German country. Found some really good bourbon, which we'll showcase on another show because
Hmm.
tonight wasn't quite the night.
Yeah.
And I found a used bookstore that I spent less time in than I wanted to.
On two separate nights.
On two separate occasions waiting for dinner reservations and picked up a German cookbook from 1982. And it is in English translated, but I love looking at old German cookbooks because it's fun for me to see similarities in what is in traditional German cooking versus what I grew up eating. So tonight we're going to do for you a farmer's breakfast,
Mhm.
um, which is pretty similar to a lot of things that I have grown up eating, and actually almost dead on to something that I do myself in the mornings before I go to work. So we're just going to do it for three of us tonight, not just me. So
Yep.
instead of doing coffee, 'cause we're doing breakfast for dinner,
Hmm.
and
Caffeine is a
one of
little,
us does not do coffee after about 2:30 in the afternoon, or she doesn't sleep. Um, Julia here decided to do hot chocolate.
because everybody loves hot chocolate.
Yeah, and why not?
Yeah.
It's only, well, it's 74 degrees out. It hit
Yeah.
80 today. So it was 40,
Everybody loves hot
it was
chocolate.
45 degrees this morning when I got out of bed, but it hit 80.
Uh,
So there you go.
it doesn't matter. Loves hot chocolate.
So we're gonna do hot chocolate from scratch
Hmm.
tonight instead of the mix,
Hmm.
and then I'll do that, and then you'll do this part.
Well, this part's really simple.
That
I
part,
mean,
yeah, I know.
really, this part here is you find a bottle. Like, what's in a bottle that go in hot chocolate, and they all taste good because it's hot chocolate.
Right?
So you can douse it up with anything, damn near. Um,
Yep, not long enough.
so I, so we will very simply make cocktails tonight
Oh
because
yeah, it's gonna be a very, very decadent
yeah,
yet simple
very
dessert
simple.
cocktail that we're gonna have first or
Well,
during,
once we get
first and during.
there, hot cocoa first.
Yes. So I'm going to show you how to do that, walk you through it, and we have a slightly different camera setup because our main one froze last week, and that threw us off a little bit at the end. But
We're gonna figure it all out.
so I'm going to move. So I have Ghirardelli Premium Baking
Hi, Grandma.
100% Dutch processed cocoa. This is what I use to make homemade hot chocolate in this house. I don't bake enough to worry about baking with hot cocoa or with cocoa powder, but when I do, I use Dutch process, and a couple of reasons. When cocoa powder is processed naturally, it's very acidic. Not like lemon juice acidic, but it's on the acidic side. And Dutch processed cocoa has an alkaline added to it that brings that acidity into balance. So the pH on Dutch cocoa is 7. It tries to be 7. So, and that gives you a richer, chocolatier, there you go, flavor. Either will work. You just might need a little more sugar if you don't use Dutch process, but that's the difference between
Or
the two.
baking soda.
You could do that too, yeah. I mean, I think it's like a 5 or 6, kind of
Yeah.
depending on the brand.
Five?
Yeah, no, I know, but like lemon juice is a 2 or 3. So, all right, so I'm gonna move over here. I know, we see a dog.
Oh,
There we go.
replace this
Well, I
one.
don't want my cell phone like right over everything.
No.
You're gonna see feet. We're just gonna make it work. You're gonna see me here standing in a minute. All right, so here I have 3.5 cups of regular milk that I have already started to warm up. So we were kind of in this process already. I've got a little bit of skim on it, but that's not going to hurt anything because I'm going to add a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. You don't have to do this. You can do 5 cups of whole milk if you want. You can do half and half if you want. But for this recipe, we need about 5 cups of the dairy or dairy alternative. I've done this with oat milk and it turns out okay. So, but the combination here gives us a really very creamy consistency. Yeah. So to that, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla. This comes from Fisher's Garden. I buy it locally. Did not tag them in because I didn't think about using it until a while ago. That's okay. This is not quite, it's a little over a third of a cup. I think it's 7 tablespoons of the cocoa powder, half a cup, nope, sorry, 7 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I had to extend my recipe. 3/4 of a cup of plain white sugar and a pinch of salt. I can't pour and stir at the same time. There you go. And we're just going to whisk until it's melted. Now we're good.
Okay. Well, that little.
Till the powder dissolves. And then we're going to taste it and make sure it's sweet enough for chili bean.
Oh, that's why you have sweetener.
Yeah, we'll just put more sugar in.
Yeah.
So in the dead of winter when it's colder and crap outside, I do this a lot actually.
It's delicious hot cocoa.
Now, you could, if you're just going to drink the hot cocoa without adding boozy to it, hand me the J Effect. You could put the J Effect limited edition cinnamon spice in it. We're going to actually put it on it tonight.
Fancy it up.
So who all's watching? Who we got? Hey,
somebody else being quiet.
well, let us know that you're watching, folks, because we like to talk to you.
Say hi to you. Like to say hi to us.
Would you hand me a spoon, please? I'm trying to get these last little bits to dissolve.
Regular size spoon or a big spoon?
Big spoon. And if you have a few little chunks of cocoa powder, it's not going to hurt anybody. Ooh, yummy. All right, I'm going to turn the heat up just a little bit because it was doing great and then it wasn't. I added, yeah.
Room temperature things to it.
Now, you don't want this to boil. We're going to slow down because that that skipped a beat, didn't it? No, okay. I still have a few little specks in here. All right, we're gonna.
You're faster than the frame rate. We'll be all right.
Well, yeah, that's what I was noticing. But we're good.
Turned off?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Anyway, so what I was saying is you don't want it to boil, but you do want it to kind of come to this very, very low simmer. And then it's going to be hot enough to drink, but not so hot that it's too hot to drink. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Mhm.
All right. You can turn it back to us if
Should
you
we
want.
encourage that behavior? I don't know what behavior you're talking about. Okay, folks.
What behavior? I don't know. What behavior
I
are we
don't know.
talking about?
I don't know.
We
Nobody
don't
saw.
know. Nobody knows. I'm sure she's talking about your behavior.
My behavior was wonderful.
Your behavior is just peachy. I have a ladle at the ready.
You want? So back to this. All we're really doing is adding an ounce and a half of booze, any kind of booze, to your hot cocoa.
And you don't need, cute little hot cocoa glasses. I have cute little all sorts of glasses, so we're using them. But you can just, use a coffee mug.
So we've got one. We've got Bailey's cinnamon churros in one. We've got chata in one.
Okay, I'm gonna pull my phone away from the process
Oh,
here.
yeah.
We'll just leave it on the camera for a minute. And the key is to go slow. Would you grab a paper towel so I can
Mhm.
we clean up what I've spilt?
Yep. Here's that.
Because these are little bitty.
Little mouths.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I spilt on the first pour. There we go.
Malort? No, we're not doing Malort.
Oh, good gravy. Is Bo watching?
I said no,
No to the Malort.
no Malort in. You don't put Malort. You don't put Aperol. You don't put Fernet.
She's being a turd.
Something that actually has a good flavor. Bourbon goes well. Rum goes well. Spiced rum goes well. Coffee liqueur.
Say Kahlua would go well,
Black Band coffee liqueur.
which is delicious. It's out of Peoria. All right, here you go.
We gotta fancy them up.
Well, yeah, that's just cold foam out of a can, folks. If you've got um, a whipper of some sort, you can do that at home.
Cinnamon sugar.
Absolutely. Hmm.
There we go. Cut off.
Delicious. I need this so I can move my little cast iron pot out of the way. We're gonna put it back to the corner. We're gonna stick a lid on it, keep it hot. Cast iron and keep it hot
Yep.
the whole show. And try
Yep.
not to step on my dog.
Kick her butt out of the way.
Cheers. Oh, okay. We're done. We're just gonna go drink hot chocolate now.
Nope. That's delicious.
Isn't it though? I don't know which one I got.
You got the Baileys.
So I found the Bailey's cinnamon churros at Westroads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they have it other places, but that's where we picked it up. And the rum chata, of course. We have all sorts of variety of cream liqueurs in this house. Oh, thank you.
I don't think I stirred them.
They kind of mix when you pour it together.
Yeah.
I also have eggnog cream. I have gooey butter cake cream downstairs.
Work. Except
I'm a
Malort.
fan of cream liqueur. Again, I'll blame that on my mother. I'm not going to tell you how old I was when I had my first drink of Irish whiskey or
Irish cream.
Irish cream.
Bailey's.
or Irish whiskey for that matter. So, alrighty. So our farmer's breakfast tonight, we're going to start with 5 strips of bacon. Could
Bacon.
also use ham, like diced ham, but bacon makes everything better. We're
Yes.
going to get that going. I've got a cast iron dish here, and I like this one. It's enamel, but I like this one because number one, it's gonna cook the bacon faster than a skillet, regular skillet. But I like the round edge of this.
Where's your gimbal?
No, just no.
Leader.
No to those either.
No.
I actually don't have.
Leader.
We don't have. We have beer steins. A lot of those. A lot of beer steins. A couple that got smuggled home. Um. It is. I'm looking for my.
And the added feature of these kind of cocktails is they are low in alcohol. So you can have 2 or 3 or 4.
Sorry, I'm looking. I thought I had a bigger spatula of it.
Because rum chata is 13.75% alcohol by volume. This Bailey's Machuros is 17% alcohol by volume. You throw that, in comparison to your standard bourbon, which is anywhere from 40 to 60% alcohol by volume.
You are in the way, little girl.
Come
on, up you go. Thank you. All right. So, 4 or 5 or 6 slices of bacon. I chop when I need to crumble it. I chop it, and then I don't have to worry about crumbling it. I also made chili bean bacon that's up here, to eat. I'm surprised you haven't broken into it already. Hey, Pam.
Hold on, Pam.
I'm going to turn my fan on, though, so I can pull some of that out. Because this is going to get hot in here. All right, so while that's going, I'm going to... Thank you. I'm going to slice half an onion to put into this in a little bit. I'll turn back this direction. So I'm making for 3, and my kind of standard on anything with eggs for the 3 of us is 2 eggs per person. So I have 6 eggs over here. Half an onion for this, unless you just really love onion, and then you can go all out. But I feel like I'm on the wrong side here because I'm right-handed. So we're going to this. Better?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. That way you can actually see me cutting and not the back of my hand. This is just an onion I had left over from something, so dicing, not teeny tiny, but small. We don't want our bacon to burn, which it can do very quickly in cast iron. We want it to render and get crispy because we're going to pull it out of there in a little bit. Right now I'm going to move these back into the bowl from whence they came. So that's about 2 cups of onion, roughly. Yeah, not quite, just shy of that. We'll hang on to that for later. And I have 4 yellow potatoes, or white potatoes, sorry. These came from Schweitzer Farm. I buy a lot of stuff from Schweitzer. And I'm going to go ahead and peel these guys right here. Sorry. This might not be the best option, but it's going to work for tonight. You don't have to peel these. I boiled them earlier so they had enough time to cool down. But if you want them peeled, the skin should just kind of come right off with your paring knife. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. You don't have to get like every little bit of skin off. It's really not that big of a deal. And I I don't remember my grandma making this particular version of breakfast. I do remember her frying a whole lot of potatoes when I was growing up. And I would wake up on a Saturday morning after spending the night with her to the smell of bacon and then fried potatoes and then fried eggs. And if I was really lucky, um, biscuits and gravy. I was usually pretty lucky. Learned a lot from her. She also was when I was in grade school, was one of the cafeteria cooks. Um, so I was a spoiled, rotten little second, third, fourth, and fifth grader. How are we doing with that?
It looks good. It's
All right. And I'm not trying to get like every little peel off of here or piece off. I'm just trying to get the bulk of it off. And after you boil them, like really just, you know, grab it with the back of your paring knife or utility knife, and it should just peel right off. I've got a little eye right there. I'm gonna poke out.
there's like a part that's getting hotter.
The skillet's
Like right here.
probably move the skillet around. That's because the stove is off kilter. There you go. All right, one. Oh, hello. I'm stuck. One more. Um, some of them crack too. These are super thin-skinned potatoes. When you boil them, they'll crack, and that actually makes it easier to get the peel off. And these aren't like super soft. They still have a little bit of firmness left to them, which for this particular dish is exactly what I want. Once I get them cooked, they'll start to crisp up and kind of fall apart. And another little eye I'm going to poke out and poke the eyes out.
Hmm?
I'm poking the eyes out.
Okay.
Right, that's good enough. I'm going to wash my hands. Y'all know what that means. Oh, I need a drink. You have my drink.
Hmm.
Danke.
Welcome. Sorry, I was busy doing bacon.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Mm-hmm.
Taking care of the important stuff.
Right? Put another little bowl out. All right, so these guys, you might. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So these guys I'm going to dice, not tiny, because I don't want them to like totally fall apart like they're going to. And that's fine if they do, because we're going to put them in the pan and not really move them around until they start to crisp up on the ends or on the edges.
Hey, Twyla.
Hey, Twyla, long time no see.
She wished she could make her grandma's gravy. So I was called it Purdue. It was delicious. You make it from every time I stayed with her. She might have been spoiled a little bit too.
Well,
That's what grandmas are for.
grandmas are for spoiling. I
Yeah.
mean, yours never spoiled you.
My grandma? That's spoiled.
Oh, I know you got spoiled. You were still getting spoiled when I met you. I mean, not that I wasn't, I suppose, but still. Oh, I think my grandpa spoiled me more than my grandma did. I'm positive of this. There's just no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. She was altogether very German in her mentality. I have realized that at an adult age. All right, let's check this. Man, I don't want them to like burn, but I also want them to cook faster. Cooking
Yeah,
faster would be awesome.
they're taking their time.
They are, and I think I'm going to leave them right where they're at, add some butter because I want my onions to get soft before I put my potatoes in. What?
We have overspilt with the
Uh-oh.
cinnamon sugar.
That'd be good.
Oh, it's fine. It's just this is going to be cinnamon and sweetie.
All right. So why am I adding butter? Because extra fat, my bacon isn't rendering quite as much as I'm used to, and the flavor of the butter is really going to kind of come through once the potatoes go in.
It's in the way. Please.
Oh, she's always in the way. Now, I do this differently than like what the recipe in that says to do is very different than what I do. I I like to cook in layers because you're going to get, brown food is good food. So cook in layers and you're going to get be able to build that flavor up.
Mhm.
So just because the recipe says one thing doesn't mean you have to stick to it entirely. That's the beauty. Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
Oh,
All right, I'm gonna pop that up to medium. Scrape some of this fond off the bottom. This is not burn. This is char, brown bits. Brown bits are good bits. Black bits are bad bits. All right, now I'm going to switch over to a high heat silicone. Works.
ThermoWorks, unsponsored ThermoWorks.
Unsponsored. So unsponsored. They should sponsor me. They really should.
Should.
All right, so onions are cooking. I've got the bacon. Will continue to cook and all of that.
You want to show them that?
Yep.
With the camera?
I am gonna go right on back over here. We'll just do that. How's that?
Look at that. Look at all that deliciousness. Got butter, onions, and bacon.
We'll just kind of leave it there for the moment. I've got 6 eggs over here. I'm gonna crack in a minute. Mm,
What?
I have bread. Totally forgot about it.
You already cooked it?
Oh yeah, I did. So these are like little take and bake baguettes from Schnickers, from Schnucks. And I'm the only person in the family that likes German rye and pumpernickel and those kinds of things. So, we hunt a lot.
French bread for the win.
So I've got butter for the chili bean.
Mm-hmm.
I have German quark for the
You?
me later, maybe. I
Yep.
also have all sorts of fired up jams and jellies.
Yep.
I'll take some with butter on it though.
Okay.
All right, my bacon's doing pretty good. I'm going to
Sit and habanero.
yeah, oh yeah, there's plenty in there. I might throw a couple more eggs in this and we'll have leftovers. Because this is more potatoes than I actually thought it was going to be. Yeah, I think I'm not going to put them all in here. So, 3 potatoes worth.
One potato and 2 eggs.
Yeah, that's a good rule of thumb. And I'm gonna lay these over here and I'll use them in my breakfast in the morning. No skin off my nose,
Just get off the tater.
just off the tater. All right, so we're gonna let those start to crisp up. I'm gonna put these in a little container. Wash my hands again.
Uh-oh.
So I have seen this topped, and I have eaten this in Germany in various forms and fashions. I have seen it like garnished with pickles. Thank you. I have seen it garnished with tomato, like a roasted, not roasted, not really cooked. I get roasted, I guess. I'm not entirely sure because I don't really remember. I just remember the tomato. But the pickle was an interesting addition. Thank you. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that, but we did anyway.
That's
Have it. That's delicious. Personally, I've also seen this topped with Parmesan cheese. We're going to use cheese tonight, but not Parmesan. Trying to get some char on these potatoes before I start putting eggs in here. This is not the same thing as a frittata. We're actually going to move the eggs around once we get them going here. All right, 6 eggs. We'll see how much it is. Would you get the milk back out, please? Thank you. These are farm eggs. I got a little shell in there. Remember, if you lose a shell in the egg, shell attracts shell. Okay. So just use the edge of a shell to get it out. And cracking on the side of the bowl is actually what my problem was there, but just, watch what you're doing. Gonna wash my hands again. Right? Yeah, tonight. I'm warm. All right. Wash my whisk. 6 eggs, about a tablespoon of milk or water. And it really just kind of gives um, it lets you whip air into it. I don't even know how to describe the mechanics that go behind this. And you don't have to put anything in there. I'm just, it's habit. Um, all right, we're actually doing pretty good over here. I use a spatula for a very specific reason, which I will show you in a minute. I'm going to turn the heat down considerably so I don't burn my eggs when I get them going. I feel like I need a couple more eggs. I'm going to get a couple more eggs. I've got more meat and potatoes than I have egg. So we're going to have extras. If you can get your hands on farm eggs, do, because they're going to taste better. So straight from the farm eggs are not pasteurized like our grocery store eggs are. Come in. So, just be mindful of that. But if you know your farmer, probably not a big deal. Ooh, okay. Guess what I'm going to do? Look at you go.
I'm trying to be helpful.
I don't have any salt and pepper in this. You want some?
Of course. Actually, it's SPG.
That's what I'm going after is SPG. Salt, pepper, garlic. You can buy a variety of brands in the barbecue supply. I know. So we use Killer Hogs. Sometimes I use Heath Riles. Um, you can use JFF garlic and herb would be good in this too. And the original would be good. It would just give you a little bit of a red tint. All right, that's probably good. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here's where it gets fun. Coming back this direction. Spatula, spoonula, use silicone. I have rounded edges on my pan for a reason. Trying not to trip over my dog. Also going to move this around. I've got a hot spot. Hold, please. Thank you. Because once this gets going, you kind of have to watch it. All right. Now, frittata, you would let this kind of cook up and sit and then put it in the oven. And I would not have used this pan. For this, the reason I use silicone is so I can start to move the eggs once they kind of start to set. Now, when I do this for myself in the mornings, I actually kind of turn this into a bit of an omelet. I don't always use bacon. It's usually just eggs and onions, potato, but well, because I don't always want to mess with bacon because I almost always have a potato that's been cooked and left over. So you're really just kind of stirring, and that's why I like these kind of beveled edges in the pan when I do this because it makes it a whole lot easier. And essentially, we're scrambling at this point. So, yeah.
We're slow scrambled.
And you can let it kind of sit a bit and set up. And at the very end, we're going to put some cheese on it. Ooh-wee.
It's warm.
It's very warm. We're going to we'll do this for our first one.
That
We want to. Except for you have this.
That's exactly how I'm going to eat that right there. Swipe.
Can I see that okay? Yeah, I can show. Okay. And if you guys have any questions, holler. I turn this way down to low so I can control my eggs. So somewhere between low and medium, you should be okay. Just don't walk away from it. You can see how they're starting to cook on the bottom. We can kind of turn them at that point, but so if you're only doing this for yourself, use a much smaller skillet to begin with. Then you can kind of turn it out like an omelet. I actually prefer not to use spoonulas in this, but I can't find a clean not spoonula. Maybe I'll get one for my birthday. All right, so now I'm kind of picking up heat here. So, well, that's because October's so blasted busy, we can't celebrate till November.
Well, should I make her wait for her guests? Or give them to her honor her?
I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to get this out though so I can scrape.
Why I'm to what everybody else.
You know where your bread's buttered.
I do.
We've got some sticking on the bottom here that I'm trying to scrape up. Early. My birthday's this week. I think I'll survive another day or three. All right, so this many, I've got a few things early. This many eggs takes a while. Sugar, I'm going to step on your foot, baby. Move. Thank you. All right, we're going to let that sit a little bit longer. I'm gonna get out two of my favorite things. Hella. I'm not gonna put it on yours. So this came straight from Germany. It's curry ketchup. It's what I use on currywurst, but I love it on my eggs. Same brand, regular ketchup and the same brand. The little bottles, I can usually, like 2 or 3 times a year, I can find them at International Foods. The big bottle, quite literally, traveled from Hamburg to me. All right.
It's starting to firm up.
Oh yeah, we're about done. All right, so if you want cheese on it, cheese is, like cheddar cheese is very Midwestern for this, but we're gonna do it anyway
Because we're in
because
the Midwest.
we're in the Midwest and we like our cheese on everything. And we're gonna let that melt. You want the eggs to still be creamy. You don't want them to be, you know, scalded. All right, would you put this back in the? And if you want the cheese mixed in, go for it. And if you want it melted on top, leave it all alone. All right. Whew, I'm warm. I will say this is one of the faster breakfasts that I fix for myself in the morning, short of instant oatmeal. If you wanted, salsa, or I'm gonna just give you a little bit for now. We'll get some more when we eat because that's gonna have to cool down quite a bit. Um, oh, hello, Glacier's Inn makes a green light.
The Verde.
Yeah, Verde hot sauce that I love on eggs. They also make a chili sauce that I love, like a sweet chili sauce that I love on eggs. So, we're in the States. You top it with whatever you want to, but
Yeah. At this point,
ketchup,
it's on you.
German ketchup. Well,
You made a sugar.
I did, but it's almost empty, so I'm storing it upside down. Oh, it's so good. Sprinkle. I was going after my hot chocolate.
Mine's empty.
Well, there's more.
I know. I'm just gonna spoon it into that big old thing over there
Mm-hmm.
without booze, because I just want some hot cocoa because that's what I like. It's hot
I
cocoa.
do. But the hot cocoa is making me hot.
It is.
Mm. Oh. It is so simple, but if it were Saturday or Sunday morning and you ate a big bowl of that or plate of that, you'd be good to go until whenever.
You know how I am with pepper
I know.
and eggs.
You know how I am with butter and cinnamon sugar. Sorry, I'm focused and not talking. All right, so handful of local tonight. Very, very German heritage mixed with our Midwest German American um, farmer's breakfast with some added sliced bacon. Um, like I said, we're in the Midwest, so you're gonna do what we do. Top it with cheese.
Pam says she used to bring salsa Lozano back from Costa Rica, but International Food started carrying it years ago.
Mm, I love when I can find things. Did you make a mess
No,
like that at International Foods?
just onions. Not at all mess.
Mm-mm.
Love green light and Mexican mocha hot sauce.
Oh, I have Mexican mocha in the pantry.
Yeah.
I forgot. I do. All of you guys can't see it, but I have a basket full of the Glacier's Inn stuff right here.
Yeah.
Because we just use it on.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, Glacier's Inn, J Effect, and Pink Tiger have taken over my kitchen.
Mhm.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, good.
I know, and breakfast for dinner every now and then, you guys, it just hits different at nighttime.
It does.
Um,
It's delicious. Too.
so delicious, and I love
Mhm.
potatoes and eggs together.
So we're done at 45 minutes.
Yeah, and
We're going to go eat.
only because we talk. Like you could do this in about 20 minutes probably, and it's
Yeah.
fast and it's homemade and it's fresh from the farm. You could throw a pepper
Maybe
in there
have
if you
the
wanted
hot
to.
cocoa and the hot cocoa. I can do and the hot
Maybe.
cocoa.
I mean, you could if you're good at multitasking, you might be able to do that. We're gonna go eat. So
Peace.
and cool down because like
Yeah.
this made me a little warm, a little bit warm. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. We
Well,
will see you next Monday night with some other Midwest rendition of a global flavor from Nikki's cookbooks. How's that?
it works.
All right. We'll see you next week.